Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
Vegas girl 92661. If you laying in that hospital bed, keep the hip still, baby.
Yes. What is up, Dream? How you doing? Good morning to you.
Keep the hip still. I'm doing good. SBTV Nation, stand up. The Dream is in the house. Sorry for my little hiatus yesterday, but we are back at it again today. This thing that we call sports hat. What's going on?
Oh, well, you know what, Dream? It worked out pretty well that you were off the show, considering the fact that I swept the board, baby.
Yeah, I heard about that. You sent me out. You told me what you played, and I liked most of it. I didn't get down with none of it, but I did like it. And yeah, it was a nice job by you.
Thank you, brother. Well, you know what? I had to make up for the Wisconsin loss the day before, which was absolutely brutal, man. I think I talked to you about it, and I talked to the nation about it yesterday, how you fall asleep, you wake up, expect to be counting the money, and it's not there.
Oh, my God, son, how many times? Speaking of which, how many times have you woke up, put a play in, went to bed or fell asleep while the play was in or whatever, and you figure, okay, I was up like 15 or something before I went to bed. I'm good. Right. You wake up in the morning, and instead of going to check the scores, you just, because I don't know, okay, first of all, I don't know how you guys are, but does anybody have like that little superstitious of, like, you'd rather check the scores as opposed to check your account, or you rather check your account as opposed to check the scores? I'm funny like that with certain games and scenarios, that I won't check the account, that I'll actually check the scores.
Nice.
So I know it's stupid, but whatever. So anyway, you go to your account to check it, and you're expecting the account to be, I don't know, like to have that extra money in there, and then you're like, yo, where's the money at?
Yeah, right.
It's
so true.
Listen, one time I called the company about my money because it was a soccer play. And,
wow.
And the Ties lose in soccer, so I didn't know that. So I called up. I'm going ham on the phone. Like, yo, I had a tie. Where's my money? That's supposed to be a push. They're like, sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, there's no need for you to be yelling.
That's the way it goes, brother. Well, you know what? Hey, last night was good. The Wisconsin game the other night kicked me in the face, but you know what? I got all the Wisconsin money back last night. Consider the fact that it was a plus, I believe it was plus 161 or 162 on that play. So pretty good stuff. And consider the fact that I slipped my boy into this equation because I felt that the Cleveland Cavaliers would get the job done. And sure enough, Dream, they hit a new NBA record, 25 threes.
They also hit a new NBA record of a team that could be up 30 points and blow a lead.
Oh, well, that's the next thing. So I leave my house in the third quarter. I'm up 21 points. Last piece of a money line parlay is the Cavs. So I'm like, dude, golden, right? I get to the bar. They're up 3. I'm like, oh my, no, is this really happening? And sure enough, man, they got the job done. But you know what it was? Is that they were scoring so many points, Stream, they didn't have to play defense last night.
They let ATL put up 42 in the fourth quarter,
I know.
That's ridiculous. So, let's keep an eye on the Cavs as far as, what I want to watch the Cavs with, though, because I remember hearing little rumblings of this last year, was their endurance.
Oh, well.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, that's done. No, not them. Oh,
no,
you know what? That's right.
No,
that's right. Ty Lue, yeah.
When Lue took on that team, he wanted them to run,
yes.
And there was the rumblings about their endurance issues.
Well, now
Okay.
And we need to really talk about this. I mean, because I was texting you about this last night.
Yep.
Now with all the guys, Dream, Kev Love was home on the couch last night while they did that. J.R. Smith was in the crowd getting ready to come back. Kid, look at this is.
Listen, look.
This is an unbelievable team here.
See what I'm saying? You sound like your boy in his cabinet. All right. This is not unbelievable. You got 3 guys. Okay. You got LeBron, Kyrie, and Love, and then you got some other type of guys that you don't really know what you're gonna get. Because J.R. Smith could be lights out today and not hit the side of the barn tomorrow. Okay. I know you don't want to talk to me about Def Jeff because we know how sporadic his booty game can be.
Def Jeff was great last night, man.
Yeah.
But but listen, you put J.R. Smith out and you throw Deron Williams in, and
you know Deron Williams. You're not going to Deron Williams be the Def neither.
Okay, and they have another guy, Derek Williams. I don't know if you realize how athletic this guy is. He's really good.
D. Will is dope, but here's my thing.
And then you throw in Korver. Come on.
Okay, and I hear you, and cool, but before you get too excited, you're going to play either Golden State or Pop. And by the way, I know you know what? They would rather see Golden State than to see Pop,
I
by
agree.
the way. Just so you know that.
I agree.
Because Pop owns your boy. Don't let me remind you about
I'm aware.
the year that you had about $250,000 trying to make the Miami Heat great, and Popovich smoked your spot.
Yeah, big time. Exactly. Well, you know what, Dream? I look at this roster for the Cavs now, and I mean, he has got a supporting cast. They were even saying it on the NBA program last night, on the halftime show, that this team it is one of the best they've seen in a long time as far as depth is concerned. I mean, they could just keep throwing guys at you left and right.
I admit they have guys, but it reminds you of, I don't know if you remember the Lakers. At one point, the Lakers had Karl Malone, Gary Payton. They had like a bunch of guys that were dope, but like were at the end of their careers.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were deep, but it was like it was an insignificant depth. I'm not saying that's the case with this Cleveland team. I mean, exactly. But I am saying there are a couple of guys that are sporadic. Before I go too crazy with them, listen, I don't care what you say. On paper, Golden State with KD back in the lineup is still a more potent offense. A more potent offense,
but they don't play defense. That's their problem.
I didn't say nothing about the defense. I said a more potent offense.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, thank you to Benjamin Rowe for that photo. Wow, that's a really nice one. I like that one a lot, Dream.
Let me get
Oh yeah, I think you need to take a look at the SBTV Nation page on Twitter as these guys are all hitting us up. And good morning to my man Martin. What's shaking? He's all amped up and ready for today, ready for collegiate basketball, Dream. First things first, I gotta ask you a question. Can you please explain to me why your boy Obama was tapping Trump's phones?
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Can you? I just want to know that because it's starting to get linked to Obama here. Can you please?
Here we listen. Okay, listen. So it's the weekend.
Are you going to have Obama and Hillary sharing a salad?
It's the weekend. We got a boatload of college basketball here to get through today. I mean, a boatload, and guys. And it's getting. Listen, it's getting down and dirty right now, and your boys have got a pretty decent feel for this. Listen. First of all, understand, we are going to reiterate and continue to reiterate it once again that we are not handicappers. For those of you that are maybe semi-special or have a hard time understanding what we do here, we are a bunch of gamblers but been around in the game for a very long, long time. And we break things down. We base it on, we throw some stats in there. We throw some eyes in there. We throw everything that we got in there, and then they're manipulating other lines, and we try to come up with some formulas, and we pass it along as of what we're doing. And if you guys want to get down, you get down, and if you don't, you don't. Just want to put that out there again, because I still occasionally get somebody hitting me up with, yo, can I buy your package? You're so crazy.
Sell him a package, Dream.
And I said, hit up Hat, because he's selling Keep America Great packages.
Well, I love how you just conveniently danced away from the subject.
I don't want to hear no more. Listen, I dealt with enough Obama when Obama was in office. Okay, Obama did his thing, and I'm still sold as far as I'm concerned. Me personally,
yeah.
Obama did as good a job as any president before him, and even better in some spots. He was not perfect. He did not walk on water, but I did not expect him to do that either. But he did fine. He's gone now. Terms are done. Now your boy's in. Go do your thing. Leave Obama alone. That's where I'm at.
Leave him alone. Well, somebody was tapping
fine.
your lines. I don't think you'd be too happy about it, Dream.
Ain't nobody tapping. You know what? Just stop.
Well, all right. Wait till it comes to form and the FBI's involved, because then you got an issue for your boy. I'm telling you, he's going to be with Hillary.
Hey, it's so good to see my boy OJFB in the house out there. I am trying to get, guys, I don't know if you've noticed this. I throw in a little couple of rabbit punches with the politics and I try to get out of there. Hat likes to prolong.
Yeah, right. Because you're losing, Dream, like the Democrats.
Nah,
you're losing the arguments. You're losing. That's it. Anyway, guys, good morning to you with the SBTV Nation. It's time to make some money.
Fast Eddie just blew up the spot.
What's that?
Fast Eddie just blew up the
Oh,
spot.
yeah. No doubt. Nice job, brother.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty right there, right? Nice. Good for you, man. All right, Dream. So, getting back to this. Now, I was having a conversation with the nation yesterday about future bets and future odds and, some of these teams and whatnot. So now we're going to talk just real quick, just before we get into today's card, because there are a couple of spots. Obviously, there's like 130 games today, something bananas.
And a bunch of nasty ones, I'll add, too.
90% of them are nasty. But I was talking about this guy, Joe Lenardi, like he studies this all year long and puts out the bracketology on ESPN.
Right.
Well, I was singing his praises.
Studies all year long. You mean 2 weeks ago he started studying? 2 weeks ago he started putting together Kentucky, Duke, North
he
Carolina.
does it every week.
Ahead,
he does it every week forever. Since all the way since November.
Right,
okay?
go ahead.
Dude, I disagree with him 100% on a lot of this stuff. I'm going to tell you why. First things first, the Midwest. Listen to the seeding right now, just 1 through 3. Kansas, number 1 seed. Louisville, a number 2 seed.
Yep.
Number 3 seed, UCLA.
Yep.
Talk to me.
Well, I
Higher?
don't agree with that personally, but I'm not going to say I don't. I can see it.
You could see it. Why? You think Louisville has a better body of work than UCLA?
Not necessarily, but they're going to base it on. They're going to base it on. Obviously the conferences. UCLA is in that Pac-12.
Yep.
So that may have something to do with it.
Okay. All right. So you're saying that basically the strength of schedule is why they're ahead of them.
Sure. And not only that, it's Patino.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what I mean? It's Patino. I mean, some of these teams with some of these coaches, they carry a little extra weight because, and as they should. Coach K, Patino, Izzo, they're going to carry a little bit, just a tad bit more weight. So if you're kind of in a toss-up, the team with the named coach is going to get there.
Yeah, I get it. You're absolutely right about that. And that's all politics right there as far as college basketball is concerned.
No doubt.
So,
know that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking at the rest of it here, and I mean, there's just some. I disagree with that 100%. To be honest,
I disagree too. I would like to see UCLA as the number 2 in the Midwest. I could see them as the number 2 in Louisville be number. But is it that big of a deal? I don't think it's that big of an issue.
What, 3 seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. No, I mean a 3 and a 2. I don't really see much difference.
Big deal, no.
Well, not. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that because they got Louisville playing Oakland Golden Grizzles right now. There's your upset, Dream.
Yeah, all right. No, not happy. Go ahead. You can be on the island all by yourself.
There's your upset player.
I do see over in the East, I am struggling with Baylor at number 2.
Yeah, right.
That's not a good look.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So let me ask you just another question, just out of curiosity. You have teams like Cal that they're looking at. You have teams like, let's see, Seton Hall they're looking at, Xavier they're looking at, USC they're looking at, but a team with 21 wins on the season being BYU left out. Interesting, right?
Yeah, because it looks like, this is how he broke it down. He has 10 teams from the ACC, 7 from the Big Ten, 7 from the Big East, 5 from the Pac-12, 5 from the Big 12, the SEC gets 4, and everybody else drops down to 2s. I think the American really gets snubbed at 2 because you probably have a solid 3 that could come out of that American. And it's a shame, but the ACC's got 10. You know, I would not argue to drop the ACC down to possibly 8 and add 2 more to the American.
Well, he's got Wake Forest in there.
Yeah, and I know you're happy about that.
Yep, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, and Minnesota are my 3 dark horses this year. I like all of them, and they pay crazy, Dream. So
this is a tough bracket. I'm looking at this as well. There's a couple of, I agree with you. I do see some potential mistakes in here, but you know what, Hat? I think we need to watch what happens in conference tourney play. That's probably going to change a few things. Because you already know, if UCLA wins their conference and Louisville does not, UCLA's getting a number 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So right, certain things like that are definitely going to flip-flop. And Duke over here with that 3 spot, that's all Coach K.
I'm like saying a prayer that this is how it would end up because, you know, I'm high on Minnesota. Yep. Minnesota would have USC or Xavier first round, win those games. Then they probably have Duke the next round. They beat Duke. Then you got either Baylor or Dayton. Then all of a sudden you're in Elite 8 already. So I love Minnesota, guys.
Not so fast with Minnesota going in and beating Duke either at that point. And the only reason I'm going to say this is because just remember, young kids, big stage.
Yeah, I get it.
Sometimes the spotlights will blow you away. Duke's been there. You know, Coach K's been there a million times. So just be careful with that, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Absolutely. So, you know, the rest of it here, I mean, I agree with you with the Baylor number 2.
That's crazy.
You're going to see a lot of great 8 versus 9 matchups this year. You know, storied programs. You know, I'm talking about like, you know, your Marylands, your Michigan States, your is Syracuse in here?
I hope not.
I know. Well, you know,
there's no way they're in there because there's only 10 teams in the ACC, so they're not there.
Yeah, right. Only 10 teams. Damn. Between those 6 conferences, that's 65-70% of the teams.
But I mean, I think it's apropos. But like I said, I wouldn't have a problem if they knocked it down to 8 and gave two more to another conference personally, or at least split it up. But I don't have a problem with 10 out of the ACC. I think most of the teams that are going to make it are deserving of it.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, yesterday I plugged Oakland to win their conference championship, Monmouth, Gonzaga, and Princeton. Those are my 4 conference winners.
You got Gonzaga winning their conference?
Yeah, but they're heavily favored. Big time in that situation. So anyway, Dream, let's move on, man. I want to get into today and see what's going on because, quite frankly, we got an hour and a half till most of these, you know, a couple of these anyway, tip off. So I think we got to get right into it and have a conversation. Guys, good morning to everybody. We are the SBTV Nation and looking forward to getting some money today. So where do you want to start, Dream?
You know, I don't know that Gonzaga's winning their conference.
Who's going to beat them? St. Mary's?
St. Mizzle's going to get them.
BYU?
Well, BYU already beat them.
Yeah, I know. In their house.
In their house.
I don't know. Something to take a look at.
Gonzaga should skate. I think they will skate. I think they will win their conference.
All right.
Just being fun. All right. So anyway, let's get started here. Guys, I got 12 o'clock right out of the gate. I'm sorry. It's early. I know I said about staying away from the road, and guess what? I gotta get on the road again this week. I just can't get off the road because we got some situational spots against some teams that I really don't like, and we're gonna open up with the Wildcats.
Oh.
Kentucky on the road, Texas A&M. It's not about Kentucky. It's more about Texas A&M. Tyler Davis is the center. That's who they look to get going. I don't think they're going to have a lot of success against this Kentucky defense. Malik Monk, I see him driving the ball. I see him penetrating. I see dishing going on. All kinds of circus dunks. I just don't think this game is going to be quite what we think. It may start out a little bit tight. Kentucky may play around with them a little teeny bit, but I do believe that Kentucky's going to end up probably going ham somewhere in the second half of this game and beating this Texas A&M team handily. Kentucky's already beaten them 100-58.
Nice.
All right? So, I mean, that's just giving you a little preview of what happened last time they met. Kentucky right now is on a nice little winning streak. Now, I still don't like Kentucky to go very far in this tournament because I feel like there's a lot of inconsistencies here. A lot of young guys obviously out trying to do their own thing to get in the pros. They are listening to some of what Calipari's saying, but some of it's going through one ear and out the other as far as them playing as a cohesive unit. I have some issues with that with this team. However, this Texas A&M team, they just are not ready for. They're not ready for this Kentucky team. Who I'm sure Coach Cal is coaching them up to get them ready for their tournament and for the NCAA tournament. And they want to start and they want to go in with a lot of momentum. I think the momentum starts. Well, they're already in the momentum, and I think it just keeps on rolling. I got Kentucky winning this game. I will put them with another team. So we're gonna go, guys. My favorite. 8.3 team tees, maybe 4. My favorite spot of the day. I'm going to put them in a tees, but I'm also going to take Kentucky minus the 7 as well in straight play.
So this kind of falls into what I was talking about yesterday. So you got Kentucky on the road, 25 wins.
Yep.
Clearly getting into the big dance.
Yep.
Right? And have a couple of games left here before the conference tournament. Okay.
Right.
And not to say they're not going to win. I'm not going against you, but I just want to just play devil's advocate here.
Yep.
What incentive does Kentucky have right now to go out there and bust their ass in this game?
Well, basically, the reason they're going to bust their ass is because they haven't played consistent basketball through most of this season. So they're getting a nice little run right now, and they're getting in a groove. I think Calipari is going to keep pushing his team because I think that he can spot, along with the rest of the country, with Kentucky, a lot of people have spotted flaws in his team's gameplay. They take off plays on defense, a little bit of too much showboat, and guys trying to get in the NBA too hard. And I think he's going to want to push this team to play up to the potential level that they can. You take off a game here or there right now, you end up getting smoke showed and snuck in your conference tournament or even in an NCAA tournament. I don't think Kentucky has that. Years past, a Kentucky team like this had that kind of advantage. All right, whatever. This game means nothing. We're going to go in. We want to win the big thing. This team's not that team. So I think that they need to keep for their mental psyche and plus Texas A&M stink. That's the other thing. I don't like Texas A&M a lot. Okay. So that combined with what Kentucky needs to do to keep their momentum going, I think proves to be a great spot for Kentucky. I like Kentucky today.
I like Kentucky to get it done.
Not only that, seeding.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't think seeding's a big deal. I don't think seeding's an issue for these teams like it is, like with football. You know what I'm saying? But seeding.
Okay. Got it. All right, so moving on here, Dream. Obviously, there's a ton of games today. I just got to say, I mean, Texas A&M is probably playing for their dreams right now. They're probably playing. I mean, you got senior night, you got the whole package going on, or senior day because it's a day game. But, oof. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you win there. I really do.
Senior day can be dope, and you get your flowers, and you can do your thing right at the beginning. And then
well, most of these kids, I mean, a good amount of them anyway, are seniors, and it's going to be the last time they touch the floor over there. So it's
no doubt.
All right, but anyway, Kentucky's won 7 in a row. They're clearly the better team.
It'll be dope to go home at your senior and say, "Well, we got beat by Kentucky." my last.
All right. Guys, you know what? So I'm just going to rattle off a couple of them here that I'm not on. But Indiana versus Ohio State in the Big Ten. Ohio State is minus 3 points. And that one there, you got a couple of teams playing for their bracket lives. Stay away from it.
That is a nasty Maalox triple Pepto-Bismol game. Stay away from that game. I couldn't even tell you who could win that game. I really couldn't. Can you?
No, not at all. Okay. I'm good with that. You got Texas Tech versus Kansas State. Kansas State minus 3.5 today. That's in the Big 12, and both of these teams are very, very motivated to win, considering the fact they both have 18 wins, and they're probably on the outside looking in right this second, Dream, considering the fact that most teams in the Power 5 conferences have a lot of wins. So it's going to be tough for the winner of this game. The loser of this game, I think, is completely a wrap.
Out. I think you're right.
All right, so there's going to be a lot of motivation there.
I'm slightly leaning Kansas State, but I don't love it. Not getting down with it, but if I had to make a call, I would take Kansas State. I think They have a dynamic forward. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not going to butcher it. I think it's Iwandu. He's pretty decent, averaging about 12, 13 points a game. Texas Tech gets it done with their guard play. Kansas State wants to get the ball down low. Kansas State obviously has an advantage being at home. I think some of their ball movement and ball screens will work and have a little bit of success against Texas Tech's defense, but I don't love this game, so good luck.
All right, sounds good. So you are absolutely going to hate where I'm going here. And you know what? I talked to you about it before the show, and I said, ew. But now I'm starting to change my tune a little bit here. I'm going to the Big Ten.
Okay.
I'm looking at Mr. Izzo going into Maryland. Michigan State 18-12 needs a win in the worst way, but yeah, you need Maryland to kind of get going here. I'm going to take Maryland.
I like Maryland too.
I like them in a money line parlay though.
I like them in a money line parlay too.
I just think that, considering the fact of what they've been doing at home, they got beat up by Iowa. I mean, they need a really nice home win here. And I think that they have to basically show Michigan. I think Michigan State is just too young, too much inexperience, especially on a big stage like this. I think Maryland wins the game. So I'm going to take Maryland today.
Okay.
And you know what? When you look at them statistically on paper, Dream, there's just no comparison. Maryland is clearly the better team here. So I know they had the big win the other day, which you and I were both on.
Yep.
I like that to continue. It's been a couple of days off now for these kids. They're home. Maryland gets it done. So I'm taking Maryland.
You got the battle of the guards, Melo Trimble versus Miles Bridges. It should be a potent contest. I think I'm going to give the nod to Trimble. A little bit more polish, a little bit more experience. Michigan State, as well as they've played, a little bit of their Achilles heel has been their road work. They also are a young team. We talked about them being young. They've had that ridiculous, schedule that Izzo puts up for them. You got losses to Purdue on the road. You got losses to Michigan on the road. You got losses to Indiana on the road. Ohio State on the road as well. So, and Duke. I mean, we are talking about some top caliber teams, but a lot of their struggles have been on the road. Maryland is not any of those teams. But Michigan State just lost to Illinois on the road, and I think Maryland is a lot better than Illinois, to be honest with you. So I like this spot. I think you're right. I think I'm going to get on it with you. At first, I was kind of on the bubble with it, said it was a stomach-achy game. Don't expect this game to be easy, guys.
No, it's
this is not one of your. Don't think that you're going to go grab a bag of chips and come back and look at the game and Maryland will be up 40 because it's not happening. That's not happening.
Get your Mylox and Tums ready for that one.
No doubt. In fact, don't be surprised if you're down 2 at the half. Talking about, damn, man, Dreaming Hat gave this play out.
I know. What the hell were they thinking?
Yeah, so, this is probably going to be a little bit of a stomach ache in the beginning. Michigan State, they're playing, like Hat said, I think they're in, though.
Nah, it's going to be tough.
No?
Well, you know what? You got the politics of Izzo to slide in there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he would have to be brutally beat in, the remaining games here, being a conference tournament in this, to not make it in. So, all right, I get it. So let's move on here. Just real quick, ACC matchup, Louisville -8 versus Notre Dame. Dream, that's a tough matchup.
Tough matchup, man. Tough matchup, and the teams kind of play each other very similar. A similar type of basketball. Louisville's going to try to slow you down, half court set you, a lot of ball screens. Notre Dame, pretty much the same thing. I like Louisville. I give them the nod on perimeter shooting, just a tad bit, a tad bit more. Notre Dame, though, is a kind of a tall, lanky team. Their length kind of can bother you. I don't see them being that effective with Louisville, and I worry about Notre Dame on the road as well. What's the over-under on this game, Hat?
Over-under on this game is not posted yet, brother.
I like the under. I mean, well, I think I like the under. I got to see what it is. But let me see
what if it's 100?
Yeah, I like the under, but I don't even know what it is.
I know why, because they're both defensive-minded teams. I mean,
well, that's what I'm getting at. Let me see if I can. Hold on, I'm looking one more spot. See if I got a number for under on this game.
Adjusted total. Under 100 points.
Dr. Dizzle haunting us here.
Yeah.
I don't have it either. I'm going to keep looking for it. If I catch it before the end of the game, we'll come back to it. Indy, Louisville. Let me keep an eye on that. I think I like the under, but I'm going to see if I can find one first. You can move on to the next one if you want, so we don't hold it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Big East, 2:30. And you know what? Seton Hall is not a bad team, but I think Butler is far superior. I'm going to take Butler today. They're minus 8.5 points. I'm not giving the points. I'm going to take them in a money line parlay as well. I'm going to pair them up with Maryland, Dream. I'm getting the number 13 team in Butler to get it done. That's where I'm at.
I got 145, gang, as the over-under number in that Louisville-Notre Dame game, and I absolutely love the under at 145. I even would buy that up, believe it or not. You guys are going to run it by me, think this is stupid. 2 more points to 147, just because I do like the 147 number. I like the under in the Louisville-Notre Dame game at 147. If you put that in the tees, that 8-point tees, and get that up to, was it 152, I believe it would be? I'm not sure. I like that a lot. Okay. I do like the under in the Notre Dame Louisville game.
All right.
Your only issue with that game would be overtime.
All right. So I'm on Butler right now.
Yeah, Butler. Seton Hall is a very tough team. Shout outs to Irvin because it's Big East and that's his territory. That's where he gets down. You got that Carrington kid for Seton Hall. 17 points a game. I want to like Butler, too, in this particular game. Butler, though, a couple of times this season has punched me in the face, like, out of nowhere, with a bad loss out of nowhere. Don't get me wrong. Butler, to me, does need – I think they're in, but I think that this would really solidify them getting in.
Oh, they're in.
I think they're safe. No, I know they're in, but I mean really solidly in this game here to be Seton Hall. Like, there's no doubt. So I'm with you that Butler wins. Are you getting rid of that spread?
I'm getting rid of the spread. I'm going to pair it with Maryland. Now, the reason why I'm on Butler is, this is one of those teams that's in 23 wins, dude. They're definitely in. No question about it.
I agree.
Okay. Here's a team that, though, their confidence has to be at an all-time high. When you look at their body of work over the last 4 games, Stream, they did. They had a couple of really crappy
Georgetown
teams.
And Providence, your confidence should be all that.
All right, well, you know what? 4 in a row. So here's their mindset. Okay, just think. This is what I think anyway. Okay, you have a couple of tune-up games, being St. John's and DePaul. Obviously, they stink at home. Then they go on the road and beat Villanova. Then they go on the road and beat Xavier. So
lost it at Johnny.
Dream. That was way back when, man.
They probably way back when. They probably remember that like it was yesterday.
All right. But still,
you think Tom Brady and Bill Belichick don't remember the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl, even though they won this one?
Yeah, got it. But
they still saying damn. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So and this team has also won in Arizona. This team, has beaten Cincinnati. This team has an amazing resume.
No, they do have a good resume, and they play good basketball. They're a very good transition team. They run the floor very, very, very well, which is how I think that they really beat Villanova. Their floor gamesmanship was absolutely stellar, and they can get down when they want to. But like I said, that loss at Providence, 2 losses to Crichton. I don't know. Crichton seems to have their number. 2 losses to Crichton. They lose to a bad Georgetown. They got some bad losses on this resume as well. And the Johnny's absolutely booty.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think they get it done today against Seton Hall.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
If you could just paint a picture of their mindset for a minute, if I was coaching them.
Yep.
Okay. You won 4 in a row. You went into 2 of the toughest teams in the Big East and won.
Yep.
Take care of business. Your last seniors, this is your last time at home, blah, blah, blah. They get the job done. Their confidence is an ultimate high right now going into the Big East tournament. They just knocked off Xavier and Villanova in their homes.
No doubt.
Now
and
they're going to be on
the first round of Little Rock.
They listen, this team may be able to sneak the Big East and get it done. So you know what?
I'm not disagreeing with that. I think you got a little bit. You're onto something a little bit. I like them. Don't get me wrong. I do like Butler. I just was on that Georgetown loss, which I'm salty about, obviously, as you can hear. And I think they got me one time. I think I was on the Providence loss too.
I don't know, man.
I remember them getting me twice, and I was like, I did like one of yours. Didn't really watch the game, looking for my money to be there. And like, yo, what happened? And I go back into history, and I'm like, yo, they lost?
I know. It's crazy. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. Those are my two plays right now. And, I mean, it's kind of early. You know, I'm getting involved in some early stuff already here.
I like that, Hat. I do like, you just talked Butler into my teaser. Butler, though, because I can get rid of their points and add them to that teaser with Kentucky, and it's perfect. And since you're in the Big East right now, let's just stay in the Big East, gang, because I'm just going to go to Old Faithful and Old Reliable. I'm going to the Villanova. Going against the Georgetown team today. Listen, guys, Georgetown, there's rumblings already about, I talked about it earlier on in the season about John Thompson III out of there, and it's time to make a change. I know that they, feel probably a little bit of commitment is based on their dad being there. John Thompson III, I think he's a great coach, or a good coach. I think he's a good coach. I shouldn't say great. I think he's a good coach. I just don't think this is the spot for him. I think he needs to go somewhere, where his father didn't have a handprint on the team, and it's not like one of those hand-me-down type things. He can go build a program on his own with his own philosophies or whatever and do his own thing. I don't think the Georgetown experiment is working for him, and I think it's time for him to make a move. Other players who've played in this organization from the past have come out and been a little bit vocal about it as well. That all being said, here comes Villanova, which ain't making matters any better. So the Phil comes in today. They get it done. It's 8.5. You throw this into 8-point tees. You get Villanova down to nothing, and you should be good. I see a big game out of Hart today for Villanova.
All right. So there's a game here that it's more of a junkie play. We're getting out of the power conferences here.
Uh-oh.
But I've been watching this team, and I watched them lose 4 games in a row now. And you know what? They've been, having to sit home and think about the 4 losses. This team is 19-11 on the year, going to the Southern Conference Men's Championship quarterfinal. I'm looking at Chattanooga today, hosting a team by the name of Wofford that has a sub-500 record. Believe it or not, that's the 5 seed, and Chattanooga is the 4 seed.
Hat making booty teams great.
I am making booty teams great again. And I am going to turn this program around, and I'm going to make sure that Chattanooga wins this game. I am on Chattanooga today. They're -1.5. Buy it down to 1, just because,
Hey, name me a player on Chattanooga.
What's that?
Name me a player on Chattanooga.
Not off the top of my brain, brother.
You got to do. No. Number 3 is dope.
You know what?
That
Chuck
number 3
Esther,
kid is
Gary
killing them,
Pryor.
dog. Just check him out.
Nat Dixon. Who you want me to name, kid? Come on, I'll keep going. Right now.
We're good. I'm just teasing. I know you got the names up there.
I know they got a lot of white boys. That's I can tell you that.
Well, it is in Chattanooga.
Right on, man. So that's where I'm at today, Dream.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so I'm going to take them. Guys, listen, you do whatever you want. I'm not recommending anybody does anything that I do, but Wofford does score a lot of points, but Chattanooga is a very good defensive team. And you know what? I will be pissed as all hell if they lose this game, to be honest with you.
We'll talk about games before we give out any more. I want to talk about a few games, guys. I need your opinion because these are a couple of your dusty, well, I shouldn't say dusty, a couple of your dark horses. My bad. Let me rephrase that, not dusty. A couple of your dark horses. First of all, let's start off because I know you've been watching this Georgia Tech team. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on Georgia Tech today?
Oh, man, that is a lot of points.
All right.
I mean, both teams are 17-13. Syracuse has given 9 points to them, brother.
Yeah.
9. Oh, man. I mean, I just don't know how they're going to react to that 2-3 zone. I just don't know because I haven't seen them faced in it. When the games that I've bet, they haven't faced that. I don't know. Dream, you know what? This seems like a spot where it's almost too many points and Syracuse goes out and wins by 10.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I'm scratching my. I'm not touching this game. I am scratching my head though. Listen, if I was going to bet this game, and you know me, I'm the last guy that likes to take a team with points and just kind of cross my fingers and hold my breath. However, in this case, I take Georgia Tech with the points all day. I don't know. I don't see it personally. I mean, yeah, I know it's a 2-3 zone. I mean, you're taught how to break down 2-3 zones in biddy basketball, okay? And like I've always talked about, the guard's supposed to penetrate from the top of the key in the middle. As the zone collapses, you kick the ball out to the wing. You're looking for a dunk or you're looking for a jump shot. But that's the easy breakdown for that. I don't understand why Syracuse, who has not had a lot of success this season, is given 9, but they're given 9.
Given 9 points.
At the dome.
I don't know. It's a scary
what
game.
Is Georgia Tech an outside team?
Maybe, Dream, maybe if you buy it up to 10, you take the dog here.
I don't see it, but I'm staying away. I'm scratching my head. If anybody has this figured out and can tell me a reason why Syracuse is going to blow Georgia Tech out, I'm very interested in hearing your opinion on that.
It's just the fact that, I mean, if you are betting Georgia Tech, guys, just remember something. This team starts off super slow.
But so does Syracuse.
Do they really? See, I have not messed with Syracuse this year.
Nah, Syracuse starts off super slow, but Syracuse's perimeter shooting is garbage anyway, whether they start off super slow or not. Right. They're not a scoring. They're not. Matter of fact, what's the total on this game?
The total on this game is not posted.
Here, let me see. I'm still on my page. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. I got it. It's 135. See, 135. It's 10 points lower than the other one. Because listen, I don't like the 135 number though, so I'll leave it alone. But I would say there's not going to be a lot of scoring in this game. But I'm going to leave it alone. I don't like 135.
All right. What's up to my man Tommy K? TK wins. He is on Florida State -7 today.
Florida State -7 going up against this Miami team. Now, TK should know because he is I believe he's a Florida native, actually. Yes. So he's probably seen a lot of both of these teams get down. Miami, you know, I really liked Florida State up until like the last 2 weeks. And I really didn't like Miami up until the last 2 weeks. First impressive win by Miami, I thought, was beating Georgia Tech. Then they go in and they beat Clemson, go on the road and beat a Virginia team that Virginia was struggling at that point, free-falling. And then they beat Duke, which I thought was an impressive win for them because Duke really needed a win bad. Okay, so just when you think you got Miami figured out, Virginia Tech walks in and beats them.
All right, sounds good, man.
Virginia Tech reminds me of Florida State. No?
I'm starting to get on this Vatek bandwagon, brother.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I know it's more. I know it's your category. It's your steam. So that's why I'm asking you.
All right. So let's just talk real quick. Hold on 1 second. Give me a minute here. Miami, Florida State, going back to that one in the ACC. TK, I wish you the best of luck with that one. Florida State probably gets that job done. But where's the Vatek game? I'm trying to pull it up. Just give me a second. Playing shaky Wake, man. Virginia Tech -2. Wake Forest, guys, Wake Forest has been good. You know what, though? I think Virginia Tech wins this game. I'm taking Vatek today, brother.
Vatek, good luck. I can't.
I got Chattanooga, Vatek. I got Butler, and I've got Maryland so far. Just putting those in a parlay is probably dope as hell, to be honest with you, Dream. That's
Stuff's crazy. Listen, good dude.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm with it.
I'm going to, good luck with that. And then plus, you'll be probably at the mall with your bride, shopping, trying to get a score on all of that, being agitated because you can't get the right
refreshing the score every 2 minutes. Refreshing the score. Yeah, right.
Saying, hey, I'm going to meet you at Ruby Tuesdays. I got to use the bathroom. Yeah. It's like, what's this bathroom right here in Macy's?
Right on, kid. Damn,
right.
We still got a lot of games to go here. We got to kind of speed it up a little bit.
We're going to speed it up. All right, so look, here's my next spot. Baylor, 4 o'clock. Baylor's playing Texas. Texas, absolutely dreadful this season. Baylor, you know I talked about Baylor being overrated. I have brought that to the attention of the audience before, and I jumped on the bandwagon and greed of it. But Baylor right now is in a 6-game losing streak. 6.
Wow.
6.
Crazy.
It's bad. It's bad, and they got to stop the bleeding. And guess what? They're going to stop the bleeding against Texas.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I'm sorry. That's Texas in a 6-game losing streak. I'm looking at the wrong team. My bad.
I know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah.
Which it's Texas in a 6-game losing streak. Why? I thought I pulled up Baylor. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Now I got Baylor pulled up. My bad. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry about that. I'm looking on my screen, and I'm even saying to myself, they lost that many games? Texas not a good team, as I just mentioned, in a dreadful losing streak, and I don't think it stops today. Baylor goes in, and Baylor can't play around. They need a little bit of momentum and get back to doing what they do. I think they get a lot of success. Dribble penetration, ball screens. Also, the post game should be very big for them. I think they'll edge out on the rebounding end as well. I like Baylor to win today. That's going to be another addition to my 8-point tease.
Wow. Good stuff, man. So you got a couple of other matchups here. You got Oregon on the road at Oregon State playing a 5-25 team. Oregon minus
30.
18 points. Kansas is in a dogfight today. Number 1 Kansas going to be facing Oklahoma State in Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State's -1. Dream. Kansas is a dog.
I'm a little bit scratching my head with that. So even though I'm not involved in it, but I am scratching my head unless they think Kansas is going to rest their guys.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Well, moving on here, Dream. Let's just see what else, guys. You already know you got Princeton playing tonight. They're playing Dartmouth. They should be given a boatload and mop the floor with them. Going over to the rest of it here, Yale is playing at home tonight. They're playing Columbia. They should be able to get the job done, but I am not going to bet it. I already cashed my Yale money out yesterday, and I am done. Done with that. Moving on here, do you see anything else late as we go?
Nothing else late. I'm done. I'm done with my college hoop.
Well, you got to go to the ACC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's right. I was saving that for last.
Yeah, and you got to talk about number 17, Duke, going into North Carolina. North Carolina -7 points. No total yet. Dream, I asked you before the show if you thought that North Carolina, it was apropos of them giving 7 points.
And I said yes.
Okay, and you said yes. And enlighten me. What does North Carolina do after the embarrassing loss to Virginia?
They're going to beat Duke down. And the reason why I don't mind the 7 is because as big of a rivalry as this is, they want to step on the neck. So they're going to push the pedal to the metal. Now, this game, no matter what, guys, it's going to be competitive for a minute, okay? Because it's just a big rivalry. There's a lot in this game. The kids will come out a little antsy. What's the first? You might like a first half under in this game.
Okay.
Let me just look at this for 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up. And I'm trying to do it real quickly so we can get up out here. I know you probably got stuff to do.
Oh.
But you might want to look at the first half under if I can find it.
By the way, guys, the Virginia Tech line just went up to 3. So if you're going to get involved with it, you might as well do it soon because that line is rising up. Rising up.
You got anything else, Hat, while I'm looking for this?
I got NBA.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you tip over there? I'm looking for this line. Go over to the NBA until I can find it.
Yeah, but before that, I'm just looking through the card just to see if there's anything else here, guys. Mercer Madness is playing in the Southern Conference Men's Championship. They're getting 6 points. They're playing the top team here. But Mercer Madness had a 10-1 shot to win that conference. I said, why not? Take a shot. So we'll see what Mercer Madness does today. They're playing at 8:30 p.m. this evening. Moving on to the rest of it here. Dream, Gonzaga is hosting Pacific in the West Coast Conference Men's Tournament. Gonzaga should be given like 30. That's another one of my teams to win their conference championship, and that's it. That's all I'm at.
Okay. I can't get a first half total on this Duke North Carolina game, but both teams may come out a little tight because of the intensity of this rivalry is concerned. I'm sorry. Okay, wait a minute. I did get it now. Under 74. It's 74. I'm really kind of liking the 74 for the first half. Under 74 for the first half of the Duke North Carolina game. I kind of like that. I expect both teams to come out a little bit tight because of the intensity of the rivalry. Be a little bit pensive, especially Duke, not wanting to make mistakes and not wanting to gamble. Look for them probably to pass up on some 3 balls and try to work the ball in down low for a better, higher percentage basket. So I would lean very lightly on the under in the first half of this game. I got North Carolina though beating Duke and covering their spread in this particular matchup. I definitely told you, North Carolina's athleticism, when they run the floor like they can, as long as Roy Williams allows these guys to go, no team in college basketball can keep up with this team as far as I'm concerned running the floor. Their transition game is dope, all right? Okay. Very athletic, a lot more athletic than Duke. Duke's going to look to try to slow them down. Duke's going to look to try to play them exactly like Virginia did. I don't expect Roy Williams or North Carolina or that crowd to allow Duke to slow this team down. So it may be a little bit tight in the beginning. I see this thing open and wide open. I definitely see North Carolina winning, and I see North Carolina covering, but if you don't got to play with the points, don't. You know our philosophy here at the SBTV Nation, manipulate those lines as much as possible.
All right, sounds good. Dream, let's go over to the NBA.
Go to the NBA.
All right, so Cleveland Cavaliers played in Atlanta last night.
Yep.
Scored 135 points, 25 three-pointers, okay? Now, they're going into Miami tonight. And I'm looking at it already. There hasn't been any announcements as far as who's playing and who's not. But I can tell you this much. They have Cleveland as a 1-point underdog, Dream. Why is that? There's a very good chance. And guys, listen, don't quote me on this. But, I mean, feel free to do your own homework.
LeBron's playing in Miami. He's going to play.
Do your own homework. All I'm saying is that there's a reason why Miami's favored tonight. Dream. Look at the Miami Heat. They're a sub-500 team favored versus the Cavs.
I know.
Why is that?
I don't know, but you know what? I would take the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, personally, because even without LeBron, the Cavs can beat the Heat.
I'm taking the Heat.
Oh, stop.
I'm taking the Heat tonight.
Oh, that's you've been playing with these guys in that old home team dog.
I'm
taking all that
but
superstition in the Loch Ness
No,
monster.
listen, they're a favorite, Dream.
Put your playing with a clove of garlic and a crucifix, dog.
Have I not been throwing out plus money plays all
You
week
have been
long?
throwing out plus money plays, but here's the deal, though. Didn't you just open the show with how Cleveland was deeper than deep and their roster was bananas?
They are.
So then, even if LeBron doesn't play, the rest of the guys on that team are still better than the Heat, who are decimated with injuries.
I'm taking Miami Heat tonight.
All right, and you know me. I'm all about the best team. I want the best 5 to 10 guys on the floor at the time of the game. And if you ask me, even without LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers still have the better team. You might be right, Hat, but this is a spot that I will go down in flames with, because I think having Cleveland Cavaliers right now at a money line plus that one, I just take it with the money line. I don't think you can ask for anything better than that. They lose, they just lose then.
Right.
I've lost.
They're going to lose. 5-team money line parlay goes as follows: Butler, Virginia Tech, Maryland, Chattanooga, Miami Heat. $100 pays $821, brother.
Oh, that's not winning.
When
your parlay
listen.
That's not a winner.
I'm gonna get my college hoop going all day, win all those, and then I'm gonna watch the Heat game and do some live plays if it gets in trouble.
Hedge out of that. That is the one good thing, guys. Keep in mind, if you got those later games going, always keep in mind your hedge potentials. If you win the first, the first part of your parlays or your teasers, you can definitely make a move in the opposite direction to make sure that you end the day happy.
All right, sounds good, man. So that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm kid. I mean, listen, I'm gonna 2s and 3s and 4s. I'm gonna probably do something like a round robin with these teams, but that's where I'm at.
All right. Guys, I'm going to go real quickly over to the ice. I got 2 little spots in the ice that I'm looking at. I don't love them. Obviously, I got a lot going on today like everybody else. I got the teaser going on. We're talking about Kentucky. We're talking about Villanova. We're talking about Maryland. And now Hat just got me on the Butler bandwagon as well. So that's what we got going on for a teaser. I also like North Carolina. Don't know if I'm going to add them in the teaser. I may split that teaser up now into two sections of 3s as opposed to all 5 together. Maybe add another team to that. I also like Arizona. I saw Vegas Girl 92661 say anything about the pack. The only pack spread available that I would want to tinker with would be Arizona. They're playing Arizona State later on. So that's what we got as far as that's concerned. So one more time: Kentucky, Villanova, Maryland, Butler, Baylor, and Arizona.
All right.
Then I like the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I would play on the side straight, just money line. I don't even get that. So I like that by themselves. The Miami Heat, I'm sorry. The next thing we're going to go is we're going to go into hockey. I got 2 hockey games. I don't love them. I do like them. 2 little quick hockey games, and that would be, 1, the Edmonton Oilers at home. They're playing the Detroit Red Wings. And I also like the Washington Capitals are playing the Flyers. I don't love the Capital Flyer matchup. I like the Capital Flyer matchup. I do love the Edmonton matchup. I think the Edmonton matchup's well. Edmonton's just going to body the Red Wings around. They should be a lot more physical than the Red Wings are looking at. Line changes work better for the Oilers as far as I'm concerned. And they are home. It'll be electric there. So I do like the Oilers who are, they get it done in their house. So I do like the Oilers tonight along with the Capitals. And that's going to be it for me.
Just one more question. Do you think that the line is a little light tonight with the Spurs only giving 8 to the T-Wolves at San Antonio?
Haven't even looked at that. We got so much going on right now. Guys, obviously we can't get into everything, and I'm not playing every damn game on the board either. But then, again, if you lose all day long, you will start looking at the Spurs.
You're 100,000%
As last
correct.
night, I looked after taking the Wizards, Sin City Maverick, by the way, taking the Wizards against a Raptor team that came limping in and let the Raptors beat them up in their own house. I did end up jumping on the Anaheim Mighty Ducks at the 10:30 spot, as it was all I had left, and thankfully they bailed me out. As far as the Spurs Timberwolves, I don't know. I can't give you anything, but I will tell you that the nasty Grizzlies are playing the Rockets. And the Nuggles. The Nuggles are at it again tonight, Hat.
I told you that the Cavs were playing Nuggle-ish in the first half.
Hey, you got to like that over in the Nuggles game tonight as they're playing the Hornets.
I got enough.
The Hornets and Nuggles should be all up and down that court.
I got enough, Dream. I got enough games. I'm good.
Let's get up out of this piece.
All right, sounds good, man. So $100 pays $9.22 on another book. Oh, here we go. Perfect.
I can't wait to Iron Jordans for days.
Nice.
Guys, I'm going to be on Twitter probably for today. I'm home with my boys. We're having a little good time. They're probably going to bug me to take them out somewhere, but we went out last night and spent a bunch of money, so hopefully I can get them to just chill out at the crib today. But I will probably be back and forth on Twitter having a little bit of fun with some of these scores and some of these games and some of the things that's going on. So I will see you there. Vegas Girl 92661, we best wishes as far as getting well. Good to see you out there supporting the program as you always do. Let me give some shout outs to the folks that have retweeted this morning before we get out. Thank you for joining the program. G Rose, Terrence Mack, Alexander Crines, welcome to the party. Terry Bichard, welcome to the party. Shane Whitehead, good to see you as always. OJFB, always good to see you. One of the faithful. Benjamin Rowe as well. Direct Sports Solutions. Sin City Maverick, I am a little salty with you about the Wizards, and that was my last Wizards play of the season. Mario Martinez, Jeff Ryan, Fast Eddie 72, LVCC, Emerson, or Emser, I'm sorry. We got Jim Rome is a douche out there in the house. We also have Mr. Big Splee. We are looking to get Big Splee on the program, possibly Monday, guys. So if you're interested in hearing what he got going on, we're looking to get Big Splee on the program on Monday. For my West Side, Rick Lopez is in the house. Also, Scott Weaver, Shane Redenius, my boy Irvin, Big Easy with that Big E stuff. Dr. Dan is out there as well. Jeff Ryan, Tiger Clinch, Winning Picks, Killer Cam 505, Frank Vincalato, Philly Picks, and Pamela Michelle. Terrence Mack, what's up? Gotta send a shout out to you as today. Gotta have your colors on. Gotta have the fellas over and shove it down their throat as I expect your Tar Heels to rock and roll all over Duke. Gang, I'm the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day because you cannot get this time back.
Dream, there's something fishy about the Miami Heat being favored tonight.
No doubt.
And I am going to get involved in it and take the Miami Heat.
Okay.
All right, so that's pretty much it, guys.
See your boy just dunking.
Well, I know. Listen, you know what? Hey, they won last night big.
They did. And they may take a night off. I don't know. It's something. You're right, Ad. Absolutely right. There is something fishy. Gang, don't necessarily listen to me. I could be a little bit reckless at times. But I just think without LeBron and even without Kyrie, Cavaliers are still better than the Heat.
Yep. Well, you know what? They had a lot of ball touches last night, man. A lot of passing. They did really well. So
But you got all them fresh new bums that they got.
shut up. They're a very good team, but I think they lose tonight. Guys, we love you to death. Go out there and get that money. Let's go.
Fresh legs.